Welcome back to Discussing Fitchburg Now. I am here with members of Gear Up at MWCC Community College. I have everyone from counselors to directors. So let's go around and everybody just introduce who you are. Let's start with you.
Peter Churchill, I'm the director of the program.
Victor Rojas, assistant director.
Alex Schultes, I am one of the counselors at McKay Arts Academy.
Sarah Lopez, I'm counselor at Launch Joe.
Theo Demosthenes, counselor at Memorial Middle School.
Evelina Paulino, I am the parent liaison.
Okay, so Gear Up program. This is a federal grant program that supports 7th and 8th graders in Fitchburg Public Schools.
Correct.
With MWCC Community College. Can you explain what the Gear Up program is?
Sure. I'll start, and then the counselors know a ton of stuff, so let them go off that. So it's the 7th and 8th graders, but it's the class of 2024 and 2025. So we move with them. So next year it's 8th, 9th, and then 9th and 10th, and so on until they graduate. So our goal is to get them to graduate high school and go into some sort of post-secondary education. So the money we get from the government has everything to do with that. So we go on field trips, we do tutoring, and we can also support classroom needs like supplies and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. So this started last year?
Yeah, so October 2018, but was the start of this grant. But Victor's been around since '99, right?
Yes. So we started back in '99 with the Gear Up class of 2005, and we were able to help that class. And then we got refunded and help out the class of 2011 and 2012. Help those students graduate. So every 7 years we go back to the middle school and start helping the new graduating class. And then in 2010 we got refunded again, and we helped the classes 2016 and 17. So we've been in Fitchburg, partnered with the Fitchburg Public School and MWCC Community College for the last 21 years.
21 years, nice. Yeah. And so right now you're on the class of 2024 and 2025. And this is in Longs Joe, this is in Memorial Middle School, this is in McKay Middle School, 7th and 8th graders.
Yep.
Yes. And so we have the three counselors for the 3 schools.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So a typical day would look like we report to our office, check in with our tutors, kind of give them an assignment of like what math classes to target, because one of the goals of our grant is to make sure that by the end of 9th grade all of our students are proficient and pass Algebra 1. So we'll give our tutors their assignments. We help out tutor as well. We'll plan, college visits. So I've taken a group of my students to one of my alma maters, Mount Holyoke, which was a great experience for them. They love going to dining hall. Some of them learned how to use chopsticks for the first time. Yeah. So we've gone on at least 7 college visits by now.
I'd say so.
Yeah. And otherwise, a lot of students might not, if their parents didn't go to college, they might not have, even a thought of going to college. So going and visiting college campuses really opens your eyes.
That's true. We also do workshops through the College and Career Program. We talk about pretty much anything there is to talk about when it comes to getting ready and gearing up for college. We talk about career readiness, also including trade school, because sometimes trade school might be a better option for some, depending on what their passion is and what they're passionate about. We talk about leadership skills, we talk about positive relationships, things that not only will help them in college, but things that could help them in the workplace as well.
Mm-hmm. So when the 7th and 8th graders get to be in 9th and 10th grade, you follow them to Monty Tech, Fitchburg High School, Sizer School. Where do you help them?
So right now the grant has us going to Fitchburg High School because that's where the majority of the students will go.
Okay.
In the past, they have Gear Up has worked with Monty Tech, and we'll see how many students go there, but the majority of students will go to Fitchburg High, and that's where the counselors will migrate. So next year we'll be split between the middle schools and the high school because we'll have
McKay.
McKay, Memorial, Longshore, and the high school. So
okay.
There'll be some back and forth, but then the year after that we'll all be in the high school working with the students.
Because 7th and 8th grade, then it'll be 8th and 9th.
Yep.
So it's a transition period next year a little bit for the students, well, for all of us, but
And then so theoretically you'll work with the 9th graders and 10th graders, and then the 10th and 11th and the 11th and 12th, and then just the 12th graders?
Yeah, it's 12th graders, and then the class of 2024, their first year of college. So.
Oh, their first year of college.
Yeah.
Oh, so because, you know, I think there was a statistic I saw, it was something like 50% of kids that go to college drop out. Right. So you want to support them, because sometimes it's different than you imagined it.
Yeah.
Well, and the great thing about Gear Up is we're under the umbrella of the Division of Access and Transition at the college. So there's a number of programs there, a number of different supports that we are able to help them out with. So even when they are done with Gear Up, at that point, we've introduced them to a number of different tutoring services or whatnot at the Mount. So.
Do you also work within Gear Up to support that program for Mount Wachusett Community College where kids can go straight, from
Early college access?
Early college, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that part of your program
yeah,
also?
Yeah, that's something that we're going to be having our students do once they get to high school.
Is it Gateway program?
Gateway is different. There's early colleges accessing college courses before you get into college.
Right.
Gateway is more if you didn't have a successful time in public school, and it's a different way of getting your high school degree.
There's a lot of programs available.
There's a lot, which is
hard to keep track of them all sometimes.
But that's what I'm talking about. Once they get to the college, there's a lot of people there to help them out, even after Gear Up is over.
So how many of the 7th and 8th grader class participates in the Gear Up program?
All of them.
All of them?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Really? So all of the class of 2024 and 2025 in Fitchburg
Yep.
participates in this
No
program?
application process, they're automatically in.
So are there kids that don't want to participate and they're like, yeah, I'm not doing that tutor, or do all of them are the majority of them kind of excited to go on field trips and do these kinds of things?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anytime a field trip ends, they're like, okay, when's the next one? So we're going to Bridgewater State tomorrow with a small group of students from each school. I'm taking a group next month to the Peabody Essex Museum in Salem. So we really try to do as many cultural engagements as well.
And also with the workshops in the class, that's how we kind of reach every single student. So even if a lot of them don't want to participate by coming up to us and working with us necessarily, we're always in the classrooms, we're always doing tutoring, so they're always seeing us. So we're really good at hitting every single student, at least giving them some kind of message, which is great.
So during class, you'll be in the classroom kind of doing a program or off to the side? How does that work?
So we try to run workshops typically every month. So each workshop is different. We just finished up one on gossip, I think. And rumors. Yeah, I'm still starting that one at my college, or at my school. So we do different types of workshops every single month. We try to do financial literacy workshops in the classrooms. And then also we just do tutoring. So we kind of float in the back and try to pick up on students who might be struggling, need a little extra help, maybe explained a little bit differently. So we're able to kind of come and go, but also have scheduled events too.
Yeah, and the teachers are really grateful for us because sometimes pairs might get pulled to sub, so having that extra body in the room, they're very thankful for.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the unique things about this program is these 3 counselors are there full time. They're full time in the school. They're not going in and out. They're there every single day, the full school day, so they're able to help out a lot.
And you're there for the next 4-5 years.
Absolutely.
So you get to learn, you get to know these kids.
Yes.
And they get to trust you.
It's the best part.
Yeah. And the thing is, just because we leave our middle schools doesn't mean we stop helping. We try to bring things there that that can be sustainable by said schools. For example, just last month, I started up a after-school homework tutoring club, and my hope is once we leave, it still goes on. There's talks with other teachers and other parents to make sure it stays running once we're gone. And we also started peer mediation tutoring as well. The end goal is to start a peer mediation program where students can help mentor or mediate between other students who are having conflicts. And so the hope is when we leave, that program will still be standing. So we're not just helping the
Try
class.
to teach skills.
Yeah, we're not just helping the class of 2024, 2025. We're helping the schools themselves as well by setting up certain programs that are hopefully, again, will stay after we leave and head to the high school.
So 2018, so the next class, what will the next class be if this grant is renewed?
Math.
Yeah? The class of 2029?
I'll be class of 2033.
2033.
Crazy.
I can't even say that. I don't want to say that.
So, and Victor, now, just because we've been talking about the counselors a lot and they do such a great job, but Victor has, one of the things he does actually, he doesn't do one thing, he does a million things. He goes to every single one of the schools to make sure everything's running properly. And he has such a great background and history with the city that he's able to get things done very quickly, very efficiently. So he's been a huge help, and he's just like a workhorse for us. So yeah.
He looks like he.
Everybody needs a Mr. Rojas in their lives.
Absolutely.
He's
Best
awesome.
boss.
He's really awesome.
So what do you want the people? What do you want the people to know about the Gear Up program? Really, what are the kind of the main tenets?
Well, I think Theo touched on it quickly, and I think the main thing is, while we are here to help the students, one of the unique things about the program is that, like you said, we're here to help the schools. That's part of what is written into the grant. So the schools, everything that we do for them, the supplies that we buy, and hopefully the programs will stay after we leave. Definitely the supplies will be there, but so our goal is to help the school and the students, and that's kind of what the purpose of the program is, why we get all our money. And us continuing to get money is based on improving the schools and improving the students' experience. Yeah.
And do you see, since you've been doing it for 21 years, do you see a noticeable difference in the classes, the 7th and 8th grade golden class that gets your program, in their college participation rates and their high school dropout rates and these kinds of numbers?
Yeah, definitely. We've been working very close with the principals, the central office, the superintendent. So we go to meetings and get feedback from them, and try to improve what we had done in the past. Including this summer, we'll create a summer program for those students who low on MCAS scores, so that way when they get to the high school, they'll be more prepared. And it's also a transition program for them, which comes in also with a stipend for the kids. So teach them about finance and things like that. But definitely the big goal is to help not just the students, but also the parents, because a lot of the parents, will be our allies when they're juniors and seniors, and trying to do the financial aid package and the college application and the whole process. It's a big package, it's a big project, and they say about me, but they're the one that do all the hard work. I just go around and say hi and see how things are going. But and Peter is at the college, and Evelina is working with the parents, which is very important.
So what do you find with the parents?
So I work with the PTOs of all the schools. So I jump around just like he does. And mainly my goal is to make a bridge with parents that we're just, we're working with the schools, and we want the parents to be more involved with the schools and with their kids. That's the main goal.
When parents are involved, so much more can get done, and so much more can happen.
It is.
And we've seen a lot of improvement in parent involvement since Evelina's come on. Like Victor, she has deep roots in Springfield, so we didn't have any sort of parent liaison when we first started out. We were so focused on the students, and then when she came on, it was a big difference. So it's been a big improvement having her on.
Even just letting the parents know that what you're doing is making a difference and how they can help at home. So how can parents help foster, the growth of the students at home?
It's a good question.
Quite a number of ways. Positive reinforcement is definitely, we want to make sure the school, then the parents and us, we have the same message. We don't want anyone saying, okay, we can do this, but don't do that. You can say this, but don't say that. You can actually try hard here, but when you're here, push it, take the foot off the gas. We want to make sure everybody has the same message, positive reinforcement, and checking in with them and checking in with us. Sometimes, because there's only one of us and for each school, and we can be going to particular classes, and there might be kids that we miss, and a parent reaches out and says, hey, my kid is struggling in this particular class. Can you take some time, talk to him during lunch, talk to her during lunch, or see if you can get him to, to come to your after school program and see what you can do. So basically just communication, positive reinforcement, encouragement to the kids, of course. There's a whole number of ways to do it, but those are the three that are huge.
Those are good.
We have many ways, that we could connect. I mean, we have the Remind app.
Oh, yeah.
We also, that's one way that we connect with parents constantly. And also principals, they always sending messages to us.
Emails, Facebook groups.
A lot of it is really our job too, making sure that they understand what the purpose is, because it may seem like, oh, Gear Up, they want our kid to go to college. We can't afford college.
Right.
So making sure
sure they understand that there's a path to college.
That there's a path to college, that it can be affordable, and it may not even be college. It might be just some sort
Trade
of
school
post-secondary, any sort of post-secondary training, anything like that. So a lot of it is
of which there are manufacturing training programs at MWCC Community College also. So many programs.
Because Victor has been here for so long, he's actually having former students that are now Gear Up parents that are like, hey, I heard you're back, how can you help my student? And because we purchased the Chromebooks, a lot of the teachers have moved things online. So kids, sorry to burst your bubble, but parents, you can actually ask your student to, can I see what your Google Classroom is? What are you working on? Can you log on to IXL? Like, what's your assignment for the week? And Evelina and I are both bilingual, so that's also been a huge bridge that we've been able to cross, is just communicating with parents where they're at. And
that's pretty crucial, because 60% of our kids in schools are Hispanic and speak a second language, and a good portion of those are English as a second language. So
yes.
And Theo's Haitian Creole, so we have that covered as well. So.
Hoping she didn't bring that up. My Haitian Creole is passable. It's conversational.
Jared, can we throw up some of these pictures up on the screen and just run through these? So this is you guys. The Gear Up at MWCC Community College is with the tiger. Is it a tiger?
Wildcat.
Yeah, a wildcat. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, what else we got? Oh, and this must be a field trip.
Yeah, so this was a trip we helped sponsor with the AALI Advanced Science class at Lonsjo. So they got to go see this natural history museum at, I believe this was Amherst College.
Very cool. What else we got here? What is this, a typical classroom?
Oh, that was me giving the first college and career clubs workshop in a 7th grade classroom.
Oh, nice.
With Miss Gamble and Mr. Belly's class. Y'all are awesome.
Shout out. What's next? Field trip, Franklin Park Zoo.
Yes.
Was that in Rhode Island?
That
was the summer program.
The summer program, yeah.
And
finance literacy course that I think this is the first one. This is in Memorial. This is their 8th grade.
Memorial 8th grade.
Mrs. Emerson's computer class, I believe.
Is that Workers?
Yeah, no. Rollstone Bank and Trust.
Oh, financial literacy with Rollstone Bank and Trust. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's a crucial skill.
This was at a parent-teacher night, so we often table at those nights just so we can try and connect with parents. So this was an opportunity to meet some of our parents and get them to, sign up for our Remind app, get some more information, touch base about their kid. So it's awesome to come out and see all the parents.
Perfect. All right. Well, thanks so much, guys, for coming on and telling us about the Mount Wachusett Community College Gear Up program. Is there any last words that you want to tell the audience?
Well, we have a hashtag.
We do.
Oh, you have a hashtag?
Yeah.
What's the hashtag?
Hashtag
Too easy.
Too easy?
Too easy.
T-O-O?
Yes.
Easy?
Yeah.
Hashtag too easy. Right? If you want to put this on social media, hashtag it.
We do have social media as well. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Yes.
And Twitter. So whatever things we're running on there, like if we're running events, if we're running workshops, if we're running field trips, you may be able to hear about it on there, and you get to see pictures and stuff. You get to see your kids' lovely faces.
Awesome. Thanks so much for coming on.